The Samsung Galaxy Note line by far is the best smartphone line in the history of smartphones. Hey, what's up guys, I'm Sunny Lee, and on this channel we talk about style and tech. Today I'll be sharing with you why I will always be a Samsung Galaxy Note fan and why you probably are too. Let's get to it. Now, just to share a quick story of my smartphone journey, my first smartphone was the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 when it came out. It was an amazing feeling being hyper connected to everything all of a sudden. It was a great phone with many features that most phones at that time and even today do not have. That was then followed by the Nexus 6P, which was plagued with battery issues, and in less than a year I needed to switch to the Galaxy Note 8. And it was an amazing breath of fresh air to be back to the Note line. I actually filmed my first few YouTube videos on that phone, so you can see them over here. Unfortunately, after 3 years of use, I snapped the S Pen in half. But even when the S Pen was broken, it was still more phone than most phones on the market. Earlier this year, I upgraded to the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and I still think it's the best phone available today. Despite admittedly losing a few features from previous Notes, such as the heart rate scanner, the iris scanner, LED notification light, headphone jack, extra mappable Bixby button, and I think the Galaxy Note 9 also had the variable aperture. Here are 3 reasons why I think the Galaxy Note line is still the best smartphone line in history. The first reason is the S Pen. You can't talk about the Note without talking about the S Pen. The S Pen is so useful. Here are a few features that I find really useful. You can actually use the S Pen for a shutter. It's so easy to just prop it up on your, let's say, water bottle. Whenever I'm out, I just have these two things. And if I want to take some self-portraits, I just do this next to my water bottle. It's a very secure angle and it stays right there. I place it on some seat and I just take photos like this, you know? I put this in my pocket and I take self-portraits like that. It's so easy. Plus, I get to have water with me. So that is so easy. Plus, you get that nice angle where your legs look longer because it's sort of angled up by a bit. So it's an amazing setup, and you know, you don't need anything else, just this, right? It's in the smartphone. So convenient, right? So these two are my very minimalist everyday carry for when I want to take self-portraits outside and it's really hot, I want to drink some water, and yeah, just use this plus the S Pen to take some photos like this. It's amazing. Aside from the remote shutter, we have copy pasting UI text you otherwise wouldn't be able to, and this feature comes in handy so many times. It's just amazing when you realize that you have this feature when you need it. Like for example, you can copy paste from this screen. You can copy paste text from the camera app, right? See that? You can copy that type of text, and you can just copy text from everywhere. Like let's say your banking app, you want to copy an account number, or someone messaged you a number which you needed to extract from a large body of text. It's just so useful, guys. I mean, and most of these things you won't be able to do at all with any other smartphone. And that brings me to my next point, which is accurate inputs with annotations and handwriting. What I mean by annotations is whenever I want to direct people, I just screenshot a map. So I use Air Command and I use Screen Write. So that takes a screenshot of the current screen. And from there I can start drawing. Let's say this is the starting point. Let's say this one. And then I can direct them like, oh, you don't want to go there because it's flooded, and yeah, and here you want to end up here, right? And I just share this photo. It's so easy, and you won't be able to do this sort of accurate inputs with any other smartphone aside from something that has an S Pen. Other ways it can be useful is drawing, like for example Instagram stories. You won't be able to do this with any other, right? I can do this sort of thing very accurately. It's something you'll have a hard time doing with any other smartphone, like with your finger, like without this thing. For point number 4, it sort of connects to point number 3, which is document signing. I put it in a different category because it's more of a business focused feature. So whenever you have contracts go by you or something you need to sign, it's so easy. I mean, you can't do this with any other phone. I mean, it won't be as accurate if you use your finger. So if you have this S Pen, right, you can just do your signature, right? Wherever you are, like, hello, this is my signature. Ta-da! You know, you can just write on any PDF and your PDF is signed, just send it back and then you're done. This is really important, especially now that we're moving to working from home and working from anywhere essentially, and you don't always have a printer and a scanner, right? You print something and then you need to sign it and then you need to send it back. Yeah, with this feature, it's really amazing. Plus, it's really accurate. So yeah, you can make this smaller, like really tiny, to make it like... These are features power users are enjoying, and quite frankly, a lot of people are missing out. And as for the last S Pen feature, it's hovering. So you can actually hover over things like that. You can zoom in, that sort of thing. You can also do magnifying glass, so if you want to see things closer. The S Pen really makes it difficult to change your partner in life. Like, smartphones are becoming life partners, right? This stays with you almost every day, and I just can't imagine switching to an iPhone, you know, and not having the S Pen and not having those features that I mentioned. It's just so difficult. As for point number 2, every Samsung Galaxy Note device, minus the Lite line, has flagship specs. If you're choosing a companion that will be part of your life for the next 3 to 5 years, Samsung Galaxy Notes typically have the best of the best specs at the time of release. Just merely sticking with the flagship Galaxy Notes, you automatically get the best performance, the best specs, the best battery, the best charging, the best displays, the best build quality and features at the time of release. Plus, you also save the environment, right? By not switching smartphones too often. Now, as for the third and last point on why the Galaxy Note line is the best line ever, it is Samsung support. Samsung supports flagship phones for 3 years with software updates, and I think 2 additional years for security updates. What that all means is your Samsung Galaxy flagship device will feel new for a long time, as well as you get the latest and greatest features at your fingertips as soon as they come out. The second part of support is Samsung service centers are everywhere. I can't imagine how much trouble I went through when I had the battery issues on the Nexus 6P. I couldn't go anywhere. There were no official service centers from Huawei or Google. It was absolutely a nightmare. Now, Samsung support is everywhere. They're very professional, very accessible. I had multiple things done by them on my Galaxy Note 8 at least. I had my battery replaced, I had my display replaced, I had my charging port replaced because I used it in ocean water and it corroded. Long story, you know, I mean, there's just a different level of assurance that you'll be able to use your phone and that someone's there to fix it if there's an issue. And obviously parts and expertise are available and really accessible. This is by far more than I can say for any other manufacturer. Maybe excluding Apple. Plus, some support centers also have special lanes for flagship customers, so you'll have extra priority. No need to wait in line, right? And be exposed to COVID. And for the last point of Samsung support, Samsung Concierge and Samsung members have very professional support and have different freebies and special offers here and there, which, you know, just a little bit of sprinkle of convenience. And so those are the 3 main reasons why the Galaxy Note line will always be number 1. And hopefully Samsung continues their legacy for years to come for their die-hard Galaxy Note fans. Now, do you agree with my list? Leave your comments down below on what you think. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so because we are growing every single day here on YouTube and I want you all to be part of our growth here as a YouTube family. Thank you all again for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next week.